Hey everybody, Dr. John Bartemus here, and as promised last week, I'm ecstatic to tell you about a very personal testimonial that I can now share with you through the Dream Drops program. And that testimonial is about my dad. My dad just finished the Dream Drops program last week, and we have his results in, so I'm going to go over those with you today. And I want to point out that I'm very excited because I used my dad as a guinea pig to prove to myself that this program works and is worthwhile to promote to you. So what I'm going to do is take you through the PowerPoint I created in order to share this information with others on my dad's testimonial. So it's got really powerful information. If you suffer from heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol issues, obviously if you're overweight, any of those things, this product is for you. Or if you just want to look good in your bathing suit in the next couple months, this product is for you. So join me as I show you the PowerPoint, and I look forward to working with you soon. Again, this program does not need to be, you don't need to be local to me. You can live anywhere in the U.S. and I can take you through it over the phone and online. So without further ado, here's my dad's testimonial. Alright, so here is the PowerPoint describing my dad's testimonial using the Dream Drops program. So we're going to talk about why he started it. We'll talk about how Dream Drops works. We'll talk about his condition going into it, his pre-blood work. We'll have pictures, and then we'll show his post-blood work, post-stats, post-pictures. So Dream Drops is a physician-supervised weight loss program, and it cannot be bought in the stores or applied without a physician overseeing the program. But it can be applied long distance. So if you know me from where I grew up in New York, or you've since moved and live in California, or anywhere in between, we can do this remotely. So if you're interested, give me a call or email or check out my website. So my dad's issue, and the major thing I wanted to see was, is Dream Drops going to affect his blood profile, specifically cholesterol, because my dad has had cholesterol issues for a long time, and he's had them to the point where he has been on statin drugs even, which, if you know anything about statin drugs are, Lipitor is the #1 selling drug in history, but statin drugs have many negative side effects, which include muscle breakdown, kidney failure, global transient amnesia, and death. So I don't recommend being on or staying on statin drugs, and I don't want to do a seminar on statins right now, but if you look at statins, what statins do is block cholesterol production, but on the premise that high cholesterol causes heart disease and stroke, which is a false premise. But by blocking cholesterol production, if you see here, glucose or sugar is used to produce cholesterol. If we block cholesterol, then that backs up your blood sugar, raising your blood sugar. High blood sugar over long periods of time leads to diabetes. And so by taking statins because of high cholesterol, research has shown, especially in postmenopausal women, that it leads to diabetes 70% of the time. So statins are not good. I don't want my father on statins, so we are looking for another way. And what Dream Drops does is helps prevent the heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure by working with a fat hormone called adiponectin. Adiponectin is produced, or capable of being produced, by all body fat. That's visceral body fat or superficial body fat. Adiponectin is a protective molecule or fat hormone that reduces your heart disease, diabetes, and hypertension risk by targeting specifically the visceral fat. And visceral fat is the fat around your organs. Visceral fat and adiponectin are inversely related, meaning the more visceral fat you have, the less adiponectin function you have. So the more inflammation you have and the higher risk of disease. So you want to have high adiponectin and low visceral fat. Visceral fat in the research has been connected to dementia, cancer, autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, and then heart disease and blood pressure. If you look around our nation today, visceral fat is at an all-time high. If you are someone who has had success losing weight with diet and exercise but then hit a plateau, that plateau or that last fat that you need to lose that you're not able to reach is the visceral fat. And that's what adiponectin targets, and that's what the Dream Drops program targets. Now there's a simple measurement called the waist-hip ratio, and this is a powerful predictor of visceral fat and the risk of disease. And so you'll see we did that with my dad, and the reason this is such a powerful predictor is the waist-hip ratio gives us an idea of the amount of visceral fat a person has. So my dad is your typical awesome father. He's just the man. I credit who I am today large part on his influence in my life. Before he had started Dream Drops, he was in a routine where he would work out about 45 minutes a day, and he would have told you he eats okay, but not really. He's a sugar addict, and he'd be honest and tell you that. There's not usually a plate that goes by him that isn't cleaned up and leftovers eaten. And I've never known him to be less than 220 pounds, but he claims his high school weight was 190. So I was excited to see him, if it was possible to get him below 220, let alone below 200. Alright, so here's pictures of my dad, the pre-pictures here. So, you know, you can tell he's not super toned, but he doesn't look sloppy or really unhealthy either. But you could definitely tell, you know, he could stand to lose some weight or to tone up some. So these pictures were taken in January. So my dad, January 15th, the pre-Dream Drops numbers were he weighed 221.4 pounds, had 27% body fat. His BMI was 28. The caliper readings, so calipers are where we're looking at body fat. His right pec was 11 millimeters. His belly caliper was 37 millimeters, and his right thigh was 24. And then that waist to hip ratio, remember, is a predictor of your risk for heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. Healthy is below 0.9. You want to be below 0.9. Above 0.9 is high risk for those diseases. So you see my dad started out at a 0.9425, so he was at high risk for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure. But even cooler here is we got pre-blood work on my dad. So if you look, all the numbers are normal except those numbers in red. And what those are, that top number in red is the total cholesterol number, and that number says 354. That's a collective wow. Okay, so we said he had cholesterol problems, and the doctors were wanting him on statins, and that's actually a number that I would agree is higher than you want. So he had total cholesterol issues. This lower red number is his LDL count, which is 255. Again, that's high as well. And then one number that's not in red, but this 4.6 here, that's the total cholesterol HDL ratio. 4.6 or around 5 is an average risk for men. Puts you at an average risk for heart disease. So just keep that number in mind. He's at 4.6 to start. Alright? So we took him through the Dream Drops program. The Dream Drops program is a 60-day calorie-restricted paleo diet that also uses an herbal homeopathic remedy, which is boosting the adiponectin. That's a proprietary combination of things that are in the Dream Drops product. He did not exercise during that time beyond a 30-minute brisk walk per day. Okay? And then there is a liquid multivitamin mineral antioxidant that you take while you're on this program as well to get the results. So here are my dad post pictures. Alright, and we'll go through these again here in a minute. But there's quick, but we'll compare them to the pre's. So here's pre pre-left, post-left. Alright? The pre-picture is on the left, the post picture is on the right. Here's the pre-right side of him and post-right. Here's the back view, pre and post. And then the front view, pre and post. So amazing results in only 60 days. This guy has gone from, hey, yeah, he looks alright, but he could tone up some, to, I've never seen my dad's ribs in my life, and there they are. So amazing program, amazing product. And this is the wow stuff. So post numbers, he weighed 199 pounds and still does, or less. He lost almost 7% body fat, so went from 27 to 20.7. His BMI dropped a few points. His caliper reading went from 11 on his right pec to 8. His belly went from 37 millimeters to 13. That is huge, folks. And you could see that in the pictures. His belly really reduced in size. And his right thigh went from 24 to 17. But what I care about even more is his health improved. So we look at that waist to hip ratio measure, and remember, above 0.9 is disease, below is health or less risk of disease, below 0.9. So he went from a 0.94 to a 0.88 in 60 days. And then the huge changes, bam, cholesterol, total cholesterol went from 354 to 273, amazing. LDL cholesterol went from 255 to 176. This man was not on any drugs, folks. He just did the Dream Drops program. And then remember that cholesterol, the HDL number was 4.6, had him at an average risk for heart disease. Now the post number is 3.7. That puts him at a half risk for heart disease. So amazing, amazing results. There it is, just laid out in simple terms for you. The last number on there didn't get on screen, but that is he lost a 0.09. He went down 0.9 points in the cholesterol HDL, so almost a full point there. So this program is amazing. I promote it fully. It's saved my dad's life and increased his health, and he feels amazing. He's in Florida right now, but I'll have a video testimonial from him coming soon where he'll just describe what he felt throughout the process and how he feels now, and would he recommend it. So that video will go right there, and here are the references on the studies I cited. So that is the testimonial. So that's it, guys. This program, the Dream Drops program, is amazing. Again, it saved my dad's life, and having that pre and post blood work really proved to me that we're not just losing weight and looking better, but this program actually changes blood chemistry and changes health indicators, which is the most important of all. I want my dad to look great and feel great, but selfishly I want him to be around for years to come in a healthy manner so that I can enjoy him and my children can enjoy him. So if you want to get on the Dream Drops program, give me a call, 704-895-2240, or check out my website at acceleratechiropractic.com. I'm Dr. John Bartemus, and I look forward to helping you reach your health goals.